fifth episode of the Punch Bowl.
I think it's the fifth episode.
Yes,
Yeah, it
sir.
sounds like the fifth. We just came hot and fresh off of a 3v3 that we played so well at. That was great.
It was a good time.
That was one of the 3v3s of all
It
time.
definitely was.
We all made it.
Yeah, I mean, I was playing Cashier for the last time.
Jake sold the deck right after the 3v3.
To be fair, that was my plan going into it.
Yeah. It's just really funny.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh man,
Andy, how'd you like the 3v3, man?
man, the 3v3 was something, man. I'll say that. I didn't get to play with my friends. It's all right. Oh, we still were with friends. Had a good time with them. You know.
Yes, sir.
Squad was with Caden and our pickup Devin. We did pretty well. I mean, like I said, like, what was it? We were 3-0-1, and I was just like, I don't know how the heck we're doing this. Just like, I think I'm just winning, and then literally, we just took a fat dump and lost 2 games in a row. And other than that, I mean, I had a really good time. I did crazy, personally, with the deck that I chose with Sprite Melfi. Still sticking with the deck. I think the deck is it's so good and it's very consistent.
Very strong.
Did a little shopping as well.
What'd you pick
Oh
up?
yeah, you did. Andy, tell about what you picked up, bro.
Yeah, dude. Hold up. Let me just get rid of the lobster cam first.
Lobster cam.
Let me.
Yeah. So.
Tell them about that lobster, Andy. Why do you have lobster right now at 10 p.m.?
So a tradition that we do in the household is that we I gotta put this thing
After
away.
every 3v3.
Every birthday, we try to give a birthday person a week to like celebrate, just so they can like enjoy themselves. So that'll include like going out with them during the week. They get to buy stuff with them, just hang out and have a good time. Mine starts today because I'll be turning 25 in Saturday. But for the pickups, as far as I picked up ulti swap frogs. I went against an adventure sprite player like in round 2 or 3. 2-0'd him. He was playing ulti frogs and I was playing the ultras, and then I was just like, I really want those ultis, and then he looked very upset because he lost, and he was like, I was looking to get rid of these anyway, and I was like, yeah, bet, dude.
You really whooped that man, then took his ulti frogs, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I can't believe you did that.
You said you don't deserve those. Give me those.
I said, give me them, bro. I put in work. And then I picked up foreign cards. I picked up 2 foreign Book of Moons. They're misprints. I just kind of picked them up because they looked cool. Also, I was looking for secret rares because I had 1 secret rare that was from a speed duel. So realistically, I could have picked up 2 speed duel secret rares. It could have been fine, but I decided to spend $150 on 2 misprints. They're cool. I like it. They have creature swap as their text instead of Book of Moon, so that's funny. And they're foreign.
That was pretty sweet.
And at the tournament did really well too. I would say the star of the show was definitely Monster Reborn.
Yeah, I mean,
Andy,
when you
how
draw
often
the
do you
one of
see
every
Monster
time, yeah.
Reborn?
Monster Reborn went crazy. Being able to like just go.
Andy always sees his one ofs.
I see when I go Swap Frog effects and Angler, and then I go, Angler 1, Swap Frog 2, and then I go Monster Reborn. They're like, that's the forbidden combo. I'm like, yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah, and you just
Andy,
kept
how often
drawing
did you
it.
do that combo? I bet you did that at least 5
I did it at
times.
least 4 times.
Yeah, Andy opened up Swap Frog, Angler, Monster
Reborn.
Reborn 4 out of his 6
Skill
matches.
And in like one of the matches too, it was against the dude that I have lots of respect for. He usually plays trap decks, but he was playing the mirror match against me, and I unfortunately he tried to live out as long as he could, and I needed like 1800 more attack, and then I top deck Monster Reborn, so I said Monster Reborn Toad, and I attacked with Toad for game, and
Yeah.
It was a good feeling, man. It was a really good feeling.
Your crazy hands, dude.
It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. The only reason I think I lost was just because I just got outskilled. I got outskilled by like some really good guys. One of them was like a YCS top, like he topped in the YCS. Then he was also playing Sprite. My man was playing X Purely Plump though, which was wild. Like I've never seen that
Sheesh.
card, so he just took two of
Yeah,
my
you read
spells.
Plump for the first time.
Yeah. Just take two, and then it just becomes, triple effect Zeus. So I was like, that's kind of broken. So
Yeah, it's a big boy right there. It's a
Other
big
than that,
beefcake.
I had a lot of fun. Enjoyed it. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Himmels, what are your thoughts on the 3v3?
It was fun. I mean, for us, we were kind of like Nick played very, very well, I'd say. I think us two we were kind of out of sorts. Like I don't think we played bad, but we weren't playing well at the same time. Which you can't really do it at 3v3.
Yeah, it was tough.
I got a tad bit unlucky in like two of my matches. Like two of them were basically like draws, but like if I had probably like 2 minutes in either of those matches, I would have won those. So that's like a tad bit unfortunate. But I made the last second decision to play Marinsa, so I had no clue what I was going to be playing going in. Tier I wanted something more consistent than Tier, because I didn't like how reliant it was on King of the Swamp.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably wanted to play Rikas on Avalon, but I was missing like 2 or 3 cards for it. And I was like, okay, I got Marincess. I tested it. It felt really good. I think the deck performed fine. I don't think the deck was the issue at all. There were a couple hands where, I didn't see any of my 15 starters and I bricked. And that's unfortunate, but it happens.
Yeah.
And then, like, I think, like, I hadn't played the deck in a while. I'd been testing, for, 3 or 4 days prior, but I still made a couple misplays that I usually wouldn't have, and it cost me a few matches. It's fine. We move on. Move on to the next one, right?
Yep. Nick, what about you?
I don't know about you guys. I had a blast.
Yeah, you're going crazy.
Now, overall, it felt really good. I was sad that our team didn't do well, but my deck was performing pretty well that day. My matchups were really weird, the beginning ones especially, so I wouldn't really count those as wins. I faced like a Kairushin deck, and it literally, I felt like Play-Doh in my hands. Like I just couldn't keep up. But yeah, it felt cool. I was playing Adventure Kashtira, and it felt very, very strong. So yeah, I don't really have too much to say about it. It just felt really good.
That's good. I feel like the event was a little, like, it was very fun to be with my friends, but it was a little disappointing from like my performance perspective, because I definitely built my list to like play against Kashtira and Runic Naturia. And then I just
you
saw
didn't play
2 Kashtira games, and then the rest was just like, I went against Punk Piles twice. Actually, no, I played against Punk 3 times.
That's wild.
Yeah, out of 6
I don't think
rounds.
Punk's bad by any means.
No,
but
that
it's, like,
first
not what you
one
prep
Jake
your deck
faced
for.
was crazy.
No, and it's just like, it was tough because like a lot of games I was getting Curry Card in the main. I got hit with a lot of Book of Moons in the main. I got hit with a lot of there was a Lava Golem in the main. I just I felt like I was just getting hit by like exactly what they needed a lot of the times, and it was just hard. Like I was like trying to play around stuff, but it just felt like they had the exact answer that I wasn't playing around. But I don't know. That's kind of how the meta is shaping up. You kind of have to, I guess, realize that like you kind of need an advantage in your list if you're gonna like go to an event where everybody's playing the same deck.
Yeah,
and I
low-key,
clearly
and if
did not
people
have
are-
that.
If people are moving towards more cards like Kurikara and less away from cards like, I don't know, like Book of Eclipse, because I don't think we're seeing much Book of Eclipse anymore. Maybe Cash tier.
I got hit with it
Players start
like a
start
few
locking
times.
main monster zones instead of just blind locking back row.
Yeah.
I didn't see
But-
Nib once.
You didn't see Nib once.
No.
I Oh my gosh, I imperm-nibbed my Sprite opponent for
Mm.
his entire
Oh,
life.
Oh my
man.
god.
Love it.
Literally his entire life. He goes like he summons out Carrot. I'm just like, oh no, I can't like imperm-nib anymore.
Yeah.
But then he summons Gigantic with only Carrot, and he goes Gigantic effect. I'm like, well now I can't Carrot negate this imperm, so I imperm it. He pivots off, pivots into like that Reproducus play. He goes Reproducus, make blue and aqua, or an aqua, right?
Yeah.
And then I just go nib. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I just
Yep.
Princess comboed him
Yeah.
afterwards, and he scooped.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I feel like for our team, I know Andy's team. What you guys ended up? What, like 3-2-1?
We
that it?
became 3-2-1. Yeah.
Yeah, we were pretty unfortunate. We had 2 draws, but both of those draws like
Oh,
very easily could have been wins if we had an extra. I don't know, like 5 minutes, like 2 minutes even.
I
right?
thought it was gonna be 50 minutes per match.
Yeah, we had 45 minutes for rounds, which is like, I guess when normal events were 40 minutes, 45 felt kind of fine. But when normal events were 45 minutes, 45 minutes for a 3v3 feels a little bit short. But you know, each place runs it themselves, so can't say too much about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like if the rounds were 50 minutes, I think there's a good chance like we go from like I actually think it could have changed like the whole trajectory of our tournament. But you know, you could say that's the case for other teams too.
Yeah.
So can't really bank on that. It is a little frustrating when like you have to communicate with the teammates and you have like not communicate. That's good that you're able to communicate. But when you spend a little bit extra time communicating, and then the end of the round comes, and you're like, well, if I had like that minute and a half back,
Yeah.
I would have won this match, and it wouldn't have been a draw. But
Yeah.
that's just the nature of 3v3s.
Yeah, and I guess I just felt like my list was kind of like a step behind the curve in terms of like
I feel like
meta
it wasn't
calls.
even your list though. Like what do you literally cannot play around Kurikara.
No.
No, yeah, I got hit by that in talents
It's just
in the main so
mandatory.
many
So,
times.
like your Rise Heart's mandatory, so you just like lose that card and talents. And yeah, your round 1 opponent had both.
Yeah. But I'm finally moving back to my favorite deck. I'm playing Dragons again. I picked up
The
like
Dargans.
everything at the 3v3. I like sold so much and then just picked up. I mean, I was like a few cards off that I just ordered off TCG Player, but I'm really excited because like the amount of like synergy that the Bestial cards have is actually so much more than I even like initially anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just been like learning small things here and there, and I'm just like so stoked about all the synergy that it has. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool stuff.
I'm so excited
guess
that you
that's
picked
a-
up Dragons, Jake.
Yes.
It's a fun time.
Andy, where you at with
Good
that
segue
lobster?
into some other stuff, right?
I haven't touched it yet, but I probably should.
Gotta dig in, dude.
I better dig in.
right, come on, bro. It's your
Um,
birthday week.
You're right, I should. But Kashtira is a deck that I feel now that we're like, how many weeks in are we in this meta? Like
Enough.
that like
Yeah.
everyone knows what to do against it.
Mhm.
Even like one Book of Moon, like if you just a Book of Moon on a Rise Heart just kind of kills it if they don't have anything else.
Or they spec Unicorn and you go Book of Moon.
Yeah.
Bro, I had
They don't have burn.
every time I got Book of Moon, it ended my turn, and every time I Book of Moon my opponent, they just had like Scareclaw
They
tier,
had like
Scareclaw
they're like,
Castira
activate
plus
birth,
Oh,
normal
that's
summon.
good.
a
special
Rise
summon.
Heart, and I
My-
was just like,
Yeah.
dude.
My opponent game 3 of the first round tried to go, he went like a really weird path into like Diablosis, and like he went Diablosis, Rip Zeus. And I was like, sure. And then he went he just spec'd out Fenrir, and I was like, yeah. And he was like set to pass, and I was like,
Oh,
okay. And then my
Did
hand,
he not end on a Rise Heart?
he didn't. So I was like, this is weird. What is he trying to do? So I draw for turn. I draw starter. My other hand is like 5 other monsters basically. He flips Eradicator, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, call spells, and I'm like, chain starter. And he's like, let me see that hand real quick though. And I show him all monsters, and he's like, yeah, I think you got this. I'm like, dude,
Mm.
what the? I'm like, why did you go for such a safe board? But it's like, it's not even like a good board. It's like one Fenrir and a back row. Like, it wasn't even
I guess
that great.
because like if you did have a fistful of spells, you just lose.
I just lose.
Yeah. Wait, did he end on stronger era or no?
No, he didn't. All he had was Diablosis Fenrir. I was like, this is like,
That's
So-
I mean the Eradicator makes sense but you could usually still end on. You could, because Eradicator says discard, right?
Tribute one dark.
tribute
Or
one dark.
tribute one, and then your opponent. Yeah.
So if
and
you
then-
can't make a rise heart, you have to keep the Diabloses.
Yeah. So
Well, what I'm saying is like usually the the Arise Heart board still end. They could still end with a Diablosis if you go for the half combo, like that the 3-zone lock.
I had Swap Frog Angler, so I mean, I was like,
Oh my god.
Swap Frog Angler, like Jet Blue, like the good old, just like fashion, like
The
it
good
was
old
over.
full combo.
Huh.
And then
The
you
good
know,
old.
it's like I could still add spells to my hand and still use them, so I just banished whatever he had as his back row and then cleaned it up. So it was a fun time.
Insane.
I still can't believe he went swap angler, activate monster reborn 4 different times.
Yeah, that's insane, dude. I don't know how you draw one ups all the time. Every card in your deck should be a one up, dude.
Andy's
always
one
draw
of
'em.
pile.
And he just like thinks about it. He's like, okay, I want to see these cards, and he draws them. It's actually kind of insane.
The only one
Part of the
I
cards.
I played was Harpy Featherstorm. I mean Duster, and Monster Reborn, I believe, and then like the other.
Did you see the Duster when you needed it?
No, Duster came up was like it was like I actually never saw Duster. It was like a card that like if it came up, it was like kind of weird. And even against like the only matchup I felt like that was tough was like the Naturia Runic matchup.
I was
It's
so ready
'cause-
for that matchup, dude.
Like
Mm.
I did beat like not a Naturia Runic but a live twin Runic sprite. But all if you I flipped up anti spell, so it's like it's like if you don't see a way to like
Disruption.
disrupt them, it goes nutty. Like for them to just be able to go like Runic Fountain to draw 3, and it's like you gotta let it go, and then they just keep going. It went to the point for like I think one game where he just basically I had one card left in deck because he was just trying to deck me out, and then unfortunately I didn't get to see how that game went because both my teammates lost.
Rip.
Yeah, and it was game 1. I was like, dude, that's so wild.
It was game 1.
Yeah. It was so crazy. I learned a lot though. Like I definitely learned a lot and like how to play the deck. But I feel like Kashtira might. It's a deck that I just don't feel like it's cool. Like I just don't feel any sort of like special thing about it. Maybe because representation is just it's overwhelming, so it's like it comes to the point where like it gets kind of meh. Maybe that's just like how I see it.
I mean, it's definitely not a fun deck to play against.
No.
Yeah. No, it's more fun to play against than Naturia Runic, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
I hate playing against that deck.
Yeah.
I don't hate the Naturia cards are cool. The Runic cards are not cool. No, the Runic cards are cool in theory. But then you face them and then you realize they're indeed not cool.
When they get
I
another
Very
faced one
frustrating.
Naturia Runic player, and there was like probably at least 3 times where I was able to like get rid of his fountain. Like on the like he go fountain activation, and I'd like have a way to like harder move it from the field without because like he didn't have Hugin or like I don't know how like I was able to like just get it off the field or stop him from drawing 3, and he'd just go activate second fountain, keep playing, draw 3 anyways. I'd be like,
Yep.
yeah, okay. It happened like 3 times in like one match. I was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
Yeah. And it's just not gonna get any better. It will. I hope it gets hit I don't know if you guys saw like the new runic monster that's coming out.
Yeah, that card's crazy.
That literally just makes destruction or any kind of card that you have now become an interruption.
It's a level 9, right,
It's
Andy?
a level 9. It's a level 9 fusion monster that says during your opponent's turn or battle phase. Or it's like during your turn or like the battle phase of your opponent's turn. Target one monster on the field, banish it till the end phase. It's so
That's
broken.
crazy.
It's just Zeke's. It's Zeke. It's like
No, Zeke's better because it's your opponent's end phase. It's Farfa.
yeah, it's Farfa.
Runic Sword Soul's sounding real cool right now, boys.
It's a level 9. So you
Make
need,
Baron
like,
even more.
you need glow up bloom.
Baron.
Glow up bloom needs to come back, and that way.
Okay,
you
but
can
what
make-
what about Virtual World because it's a level 9?
Oh
and
my
then you can
god.
also hand
Stop.
your opponent
Virtual World
with-
If
Runic
it-
Sword Soul.
If it was an 8, it could possibly
Be
be
going
for
crazy.
generators.
With the Apple Dragon.
level
Throw
9.
it in there.
Little generators.
What if you just use it to turbo out rank 9s and you just inner blast near your opponent like 3 times?
Mad. You're mad.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Inner blast near rip. Another inner blast near rip again. You start with 1 card in hand.
I am excited for
Also,
the
I drew 4 cards this turn.
I am excited for the new set though.
Yeah, I'm very excited for the next format.
Oh,
This one's just kind of like the top decks just aren't very exciting right now.
yeah.
Like they're fine. It's like the format doesn't suck. It's just like it's fine. I'm done with it though.
It's kind of toxic that Diablosis can just look at your extra deck and
Banish
rip.
20 cards from the top of your
Let me
deck.
get rid of your out real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
It's such a toxic card. It should not be legal. That like the card is just it's so gross. I hate when I
It's so
see
crazy.
it. It's like because you need the out for it. You need imperm. Like sometimes it's like you hold imperm just because you might think that they might make it.
Oh, I'm never holding imperm for a Diablosis.
Uh,
If they get this that far in the combo, they're probably winning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless you got
Anytime I
Lava
got to
Golem.
that combo, I did win, but I just never got the
Exactly.
combo.
You have to cut the combo off early.
Yeah.
I am not looking.
You put them
forward to
on.
playing
You
that.
better have everything you need. And if
Yep.
they don't have everything they need, you're like, cool.
Mhm.
Like Curry Kara.
Curry Car is broken.
The card is
That's
crazy.
so cool.
I saw like where an opponent had Dragoon and the other guy was playing Evil Twins and he had Curry Car in the hand and all he had to do was just bait Dragoon. And then just slammed out
That'll
a
do
Curry
it.
Kara.
That's
Yo, do you
so
know what card
cool.
was insane?
What's up?
World Sea Dragon
Zealantis.
Zealandis.
You're so
You
happy.
know how often I Zealantis banish my opponent's whole board? I did it like 4 times.
It's-
It was insane, like 4 or 5 times.
It's crazy how
amazing.
Welcome.
it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's literally just Blue Slug Laksha, which is one of the Link ones in Marin Says. It's the one that adds some Marin Says monster back to your hand from Grave. And it's part of your core combo anyway, so I'm doing that to get to the Zealantis. So you waterlock yourself along the way. Then you're just like, oh, that's crazy. You got a towers? That's gone.
Gone.
That's
It's-
so
Bye-bye.
cool.
it's so funny how like this close you were to just like not doing that and just going
Oh my
to
gosh,
going
yeah.
to goes
None
in.
of the vendors had a Zealantis at the beginning because I didn't own one myself.
Yeah.
And one of our friends has like 4 of them, but I forgot to message him before.
Yeah.
So like, and I got there, I saw him, I was like, oh my gosh, I should have just messaged Seth and asked if he had a Zealantis, and he's like, I don't have an extra one on me. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll get one from the vendors. None of the vendors had one. I think one of them picked one up later in the day, but like at the beginning of the day, nobody had one. I got my hands on the Zealantis like 2 minutes before round 1 started because I'd printed out the collected deck list at the beginning of round 1.
Yeah.
And I had one deck list with Zealantis and one without one. And I was like, okay, I have a contingency plan in case like I can't find one, but I really, really need this card because it's crazy.
Mhm.
But yeah, and then I got it and it came up way, way more often than I thought it would. So
You're
That's
about to
sweet.
stealth crack
That's
and
awesome.
goes and
That's such a
match
cool
people.
card.
yeah, no, that card's insane. That's the only reason why I think Marinsis is even playable. Because the problem I had with the deck in the past when I played before is it couldn't board wipe, right? It had no way to clear the board. even if you could like Dark Roller them. You had to see like Dark Roller like Raigeki or something.
Was Coral Triangle legal? Or was it not legal? But was it out before the new stuff that came out for Marincess?
No, Coral Triangle's new. Coral Triangle and Coral Triangle, Dive, Aqua Argonaut, and Spring Girl were all new.
Argonaut's crazy. I love I love the new cards because Coral Triangle just being a soul charge during your next
Argonaut's
turn
nuts
is
because it's like
gross.
yeah, Triangle's recursion. So is technically Argonaut while also being a spell trap negate. And I was like, I want a deck that doesn't just lose to evenly match because everybody's main decking evenly match,
Mhm.
and my normal combo just ends on a spell trap negate and like wave with
Mhm.
like 2 or 3 hand traps in hand. So I was like, that was pretty good. It felt good. One of them, I lost to Naturia Runic, and I'm pretty sure I only lost because like I don't know how I got distracted by something and I messed up my combo and couldn't end on. I had full combo and couldn't end on Aqua Argonaut, and I was like, well, I couldn't remember what effect I forgot. So I just like I couldn't end on Argonaut, and then I got evenly matched for the only time that entire tournament.
Dang.
That's crazy.
You know,
We've
yeah, I was
seen
gonna say, Jake, you know what
evenlies all
matchup
day.
that one was,
Yeah.
and you probably know what distracted me. So
Yeah. I think I remember.
I
we all
think I
remember.
remember that.
But I am very excited for this new format because I feel like the deck I'm choosing to go back to is I think it's a good meta pick for a few reasons. Once Cyber Storm Access drops, the new Bestial support is just really strong. Just gives a nice little boost. But two, I just like decks, and I've always liked dragons for this reason because they have a lot going on with such like a small board. And when cards like evenly are in the format, you kind of need like, like multiple like layered interruptions. When cards like when big board wipers are in the format, I think. So having like lots of hand traps, seals, like getting to like quick send itself off the field, getting to search like tidying, regained, lost. I just think those cards are like so strong in formats where it's like everything's trying to get wiped and you can just like set up very small amounts to just kind of like trade with your opponent for like, a lot.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm very
Andy, what do you
excited.
play in the next format?
So I'm considering on staying in Sprite for a bit until the next format. I do want to try the new little gimmicky thing you can do with the super heavy Sams.
Dude,
Because the
stuff
end
looks so
board,
cool.
Please.
the end board can be Baron de Fleur Exterio, Toad, and then just like your normal like Sprite plays because it's a 1-card combo. And all you need is just the bike, the new level 2.
Hey Andy, if you're doing that, no, just know if that deck's popular and it's not hit,
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be playing a deck that ends on sphere that could play sphere mode.
that plays sphere
Mhm.
mode. No, yeah,
Yes.
sphere mode will be crazy. But I'm also considering I'm actually like getting really hyped up to try out branded. I've never really played the deck before. I've seen it being played a lot. A lot of people are like right now, especially, it's just not like the best or like the pop. It is a really good deck. It's just like not a
Hey, it's
popular
very
option
popular.
because the fact that everyone is playing Ash Blossom and it's like considered to be like one of the top decks. So a lot of people are gonna be playing it. However, I feel like especially like when Nick was telling me about the new cards and then me reading them and then like understanding that like, hey, did you know that Brandon could synchro summon now?
Yeah.
And I find it really really cool. That's why I play decks like Sprite, or even like during tier PK, like stuff like that. It's very flexible. It's able to do things during kind of like your turn plus your opponent's turn.
What about Flunder?
I hate Flunder. I
yes,
hate
Andy,
Mm.
do
Flunder.
Flunder.
I think the
Flunder's-
big
one
problem
plays
I
in
have
both
with
turns, too.
branded is that the whole deck is engine pieces.
It is.
You can afford to play like 6 non-engine cards.
like
Yeah, 3 crossout designator.
Yeah, maybe
3 Ash
are you on
Blossom.
Super Poly or Crossout, and you get to play Ash.
That's
Um,
funny.
right now.
Maybe a
it's-
D barrier.
Yeah.
I'm looking at like the builds that people played during like the top, like especially like during the YCS, and I mean the guy who got top in the YCS, his hand trap I think I don't even consider it to be like a hand trap. It's just more or less like the only card was Book of Moon, and Book of Moon's really really good. I personally also like fusion deployment. I like the way that it gets considered to be like it's a interruption. It's a way to like you could summon Cartesia, you could summon out Albaz, and it forces your opponent to do something. They have their own.
Artesia is awesome. I think that card is sick.
It's insane. You fusion deployment, get it out. I also like the way that like tragedy works, especially with the lower darkness tragedy that's broken. Even just going like branded opening, sending tragedy, or sending Serenir, and then being able to chain block like that. Just learning like those little interactions, especially like with the deck itself, makes it really really cool to play, especially when you see a good player pilot it. Modder, I feel like, is a really really good player. I saw him play in the 3v3, and there were times where like I thought he was gonna lose, and he just, I don't know how, he just pulled Branded Fusion out of his butt and then plays Branded Fusion. Or he'll doesn't even need Branded Fusion, he'll just play Cartesia, or he'll go into plays where all of a sudden now he's fusion summoning. It's a really cool deck, even if it is all fusion. But in the future it'll be playing synchros, and that's what I'm very excited about. And just Mirror Jade. And
Are you gonna get a Starlight Mirror Jade, buddy?
no, I don't plan on.
Why not?
Coward.
I already
Coward.
Why not, man?
Coward.
I blinged out Sprite. I think I'm very happy
Yeah,
with
you need
Sprite.
2
Coward.
blinged out decks.
Um,
Come on, birthday present.
Are you
Birthday
even a
Andy.
Yu-Gi-Oh player if you don't max rarity everything?
Yeah,
I
birthday
can't.
Andy. Come on.
come on, I already got the like the most I would probably do. I mean, I personally, I when you were looking at the Albazes, the ultis, and the secrets, I also agree that the secrets are just way better.
Yo,
The secrets
Andy,
are
come on.
so
There's,
nice.
it's only $400 for Mirror Jade Starlight.
I can't afford that.
Ask your mom for a birthday
Well, you
gift.
probably need 2 of them,
I
so
don't
like that's
need
only
it.
$800.
I
Tell your
just
mom.
need- yeah.
Tell your mom you need a Starlight Mirror Jade.
Hey, can I get 2?
What do you want for your birthday? I only want a Starlight
Yeah.
Mirror Jade. 2 of them, actually.
2 Starlight Mirror Jades, 1 Starlight
What
Dragoon,
about Starlight Super Poly?
and Starlight Super Poly. I'm also gonna
Starlight
need,
Grand Guignol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Graginol.
All right, but Andy, Starlight Super Poly is only $187.
Hey, that's not so bad. Come on,
That's
Andy.
chump change, bro.
That's chump change.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't got that kind of bread. I got mini breads.
You got
Mini
Lobster,
breads.
I do have lobster,
though.
Lobster.
but yeah,
Yeah, did you try it yet?
I probably should.
Dude, take a
Yeah,
bite.
man, it's
Tell us how it
It's
is.
been like
Tell us
45
it.
minutes, bro. You
It's-
got
Take a bite, man.
I gotta take a bite out of it.
Yeah, man.
Take a bite out
You need the taste test.
All right, bro.
And then tell us how it is.
All right, bro. I gotta pull out the tail just like they do in the movies. Like I don't know, just like
Well, be careful with that, Andy.
I stabbed myself.
Slurping that up.
Yeah, slurping. My hands are really dirty now, so
Oh,
I can't.
God. Now, wait. This is where you do your test hands.
Yeah,
That's
that's
how
why
Andy's
his
sleeves
sleeves
get
look
so
like
dirty.
that. Yeah.
No, chill. Come on.
Yo, your sleeves look like crap, dude.
Crazy.
on.
No, man, come on. They're not that dirty.
Bro, we were talking about we need to get you a pack of Ultra Pro sleeves for you to do your test hands.
Yeah, and like, yeah, get you Ultra Pro sleeves and like a full proxy deck. Just so
A proxy deck.
Just to
so
sit
you
there
don't
and do
got
test
so you don't have to
hands.
like re-sleeve your deck
Yeah.
after doing your test hand.
I
My
can't.
guy goes hard throughout the day.
Yeah. Hold
All
up.
that oil
You guys
built
are
up.
cracking me up.
I love test hands. I think that's
All
just like
that
how
Andy
I
oil.
We know Andy will just sit in Discord and just like he'll have his camera pointed down at his desk and he'll just be like doing test hands.
Oh my god.
We'll be like, Andy, what are you doing? And he's like setting 5 and passing and then trap deck. We're like, yeah, that's pretty good, man.
I did that once.
And he's like, no, I don't do that all the time.
I
Andy full
trap
combos
decks-
his desktop camera.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, this is pretty good. This is dimensional barrier, skill drain, and
You know,
three
and
other reactive traps.
yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Ben. And then you know,
And like,
I
on
look
set
at my
5.
yeah, and then my
Set 4, activate Lord, and then he'll reshuffle his. No.
and then my
Yo.
opponent goes scoop, and then I just see myself scooping. I'm like, yeah, too easy.
You
Too,
got it.
yeah, and he's like, that was way too easy.
Yeah, and then I say it in the chat. Hey guys, I just beat myself up. Nah, I that's how I learn. I
No, I think that's a smart way to do it. That's what Modder does. Modder just sits at home and does test hands too.
I feel like it's just the best way for me to learn. I'm more of like a I don't know, a hands-on type of learner.
You're more of a hands-on kind of guy.
Yeah, you know they be saying hands-on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're hands-on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes they might get dirty. I don't know.
Sometimes your hands get a little dirty when they get the
dirty.
hands
It's
on.
all right. Sometimes they do get a little dirty.
And then you see the result.
That's all right.
And then people say ew.
And then there's just crap all over your sleeves.
Oh yeah, your sleeves are gross. We're circling back to that for sure. Your sleeves are disgusting.
This officer's busting.
And he said,
And
I
that's
don't
why.
care. This meal's going crazy.
I don't give a damn anymore.
Hey, Jake,
What?
it's just that kind of haircut.
It's just that kind of haircut, man.
No.
No.
So let's discuss what we're gonna be doing after this 3v3 that just ended.
That's what I was just gonna bring up. I was gonna ask Nick what he's planning on playing for the YCS.
Oh,
Nick, are you able to make the YCS now?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no, that
the
it-
one in May.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Cyberstorm out for that?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Then I'm hoping to play some form of Scareclaw, Kashtira Adventure, Manadome pile.
Oh my god.
Maybe get rid of the Kashtira, but we're throwing something cool together.
Nick,
I
you
mean,
always
I'm like,
perform
Nick, what
well
deck
with
are you
deck
playing?
that
He
with
said-
tile decks.
Oh, it's
You
just
do
cool.
well
It's a
with
big
things that you've
toolbox.
just brainchilded.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, Nick, what deck
Thank
are
you,
you
Jake.
playing? Nick just responded, yes.
All of them.
I'm playing Cyberstorm Access deck.
I don't know what I'm playing. I might play Rikus on Avalon, or I might play Dragons. It's one
Dragons,
of those two.
baby.
Rika is so cool.
I think Rika's. I actually think Rika's gonna be really well positioned in the format.
Yeah.
I think it's
Tributing
really
is
good right now.
strong.
That's what I wanted to play. I'm missing Jasmine.
One
I
Jasmine,
kind of
please.
need that card. One Jasmine. None of the vendors had Jasmine either.
That's crazy.
It'd be how it be.
Con tribute for cause.
But yeah, I think for the next what is it, like month and a half, we're just gonna be testing post Cyberstorm Access.
Mhm.
We'll probably go to a couple locals, maybe a case tourney between now and then to get some practice here and there, but just gonna be grinding some
I think Tables is having a trophy tournament in 2 weeks.
No more
I might go to
tables.
that one.
interesting.
What'd you say?
No more tables.
What day is that? Let me look
Yeah,
at my calendar.
Okay, yeah, but what about the Italian food, Nick?
Oh, actually,
The
now you've piqued my
Italian.
interest.
What week is it, Himmels?
The Italians.
No, they're having one of the it's for the Dark Magician Girl trophies, and I
Whoa.
need those to add to my collection.
What week?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Holy.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Dark Magician Girl.
Dark. Oh my gosh.
Himmels, what day is that?
I think it's. Let me check their Facebook real quick. It's like the 28th or 20th. Is it that is Saturday?
Hold up, guys.
Or
Let me
the
look it up.
29th maybe. 22nd or 29th. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking it up.
Definitely.
I'll be looking that up right now.
Yeah, let me know so I can put it in my calendar.
Yeah, because I think I'll probably try to make it out to that one. I know it's before I leave for Arizona, so
Arizona.
I want to be able to go to something.
Yeah, Arizona.
Arizona.
Arizona, yeah. It is on the Sunday the 20. Oh, it's a Sunday. So that
Sunday
might
the
make it hard
what?
for you? 23rd.
I could probably still go to that.
April 23rd?
Yes.
Oh.
Not this coming Sunday, but the next Sunday.
Yo, I might go to that too.
I'm writing that in my calendar.
Oh
Next
my God.
Sunday, not this Sunday.
Where's that at? You said T and
But
T.
next
It's
Sunday.
at TNT. Yeah.
That sounds sweet.
I don't know. I just need to start playing some of these decks more because I was playing Labyrinth for the longest time this format, and that deck just feels. I think the deck's good. I think the deck is still very strong, but I think like
It's definitely the best trap option in my opinion.
yeah, I mean it's one of the best trap options we've had in a very long time. But
Yeah.
it's like trap decks just feel bad.
They just feel
like
bad,
I don't
man.
know. It's just they're too slow because like they don't do that well going second. You have to see like exactly evenly, and if you're playing into a deck that puts up any form of negation, you're probably just losing.
There's always
Yep.
that one Lich player in the back.
And if they draw Lightning Storm or evenly, blah blah blah, anything really, and you
Yeah.
don't just have Judgment.
Yeah, and it's not like usually one of the advantages of trap decks is you could play something like a lava golem or like a sphere mode. But we're in a really strange meta right now where you probably can only play kaijus because you still do have the decks that are only like the cash players that are only ending on a Rise Heart Pass.
Yep.
And you kind of granted, I don't think you're that afraid of just a Rise Heart Pass, but I mean that deck's also playing hand traps, and if they snipe your only playable back row to like get rid of the Arise Heart, it feels bad, especially
Yep.
when because punishment you can't punishment a Rise Heart because the cards will be banished, so nothing will be destroyed.
Yep.
You have to draw like Compulse, literally you have to draw Compulse, or you have to draw like Terrace of the Overroot, or else you can't get rid of that Arise Heart. He's too big.
Yep.
It's big.
So I was like, all right, let me try to. So I'm playing other decks now, and I need more practice with them. I've been playing back row decks for the majority of this format, and
Yeah.
I'm a little bit rusty on the other decks.
Time to get back in the saddle, bro.
That's right.
Get back
Time to
in the
get
saddle.
into the testing.
I mean, I'm a control
testing
player at
chamber.
heart, but
Sky Striker.
I mean, there's control and there's set 5 pass, right?
Yeah.
I'm a dragon player at heart. I've been ignoring my calling for too long.
Set 4, activate Lord.
I'm like a
Guard
wild
Pass.
animal. You
yeah.
can't keep me locked up.
Can't keep me here.
I wake up in the morning. I piss excellence.
Hey, I think I'm a plant player at heart. That's what got me into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, then just do it, dude.
Really got me in.
That deck is so scary.
Play
when it
play
goes
what
off.
your heart desires, Himmels.
Pot. Oh,
At the end of the day, that's what you're gonna
I'm
play best
going
with.
to play DD Warrior Lady Control.
You're not
Full
activated to
power
do
tunes.
that. Yo, and
Yeah, I'm
Nick's
gonna play
activating
full
Toon
powered
Kingdom
tier.
in his Cashtira deck.
Adventure
Let me just play
Tunes.
Kit Kalos real quick.
Adventure Tunes.
Nick's using the Toon engine to speed up level 7s in his Cashtira deck.
Yeah, I just thought it was the right play, you know.
Just make
Really
Draco Sack
competitive.
really
Yeah,
easy.
man.
You play Tune.
Pegasus would have wanted it.
Pegasus
It's for
did want it.
Pegasus. I special summon Toon Kashtira Unicorn.
I gotta watch the
Summon
anime
Toon
again.
Dragoon.
Summon
I
Tune.
think it's time for the anime, boys.
One of us gotta build
just the
tunes.
initial arc of the anime.
Sam
I don't know,
was.
It's a fun rewatch.
The original
think,
anime
like,
is so good.
The Battle City arc's crazy too.
It's so
I
good,
really
yeah.
like Battle City.
And the voice actors are just so like nostalgic. Like all those voices are just like childhood sounds to me.
I will always
Mhm.
appreciate the battle between just Yami Yugi and Yugi Moto. Just like it's two like you know, it's like the main characters.
Whoa, Andy,
but they're-
spoilers.
They're going against each other, and it's
When
really
he threw
good.
the Exodia off the board, what was his name? Beetle? Bug?
yes. Yes.
Weevil under
Weevil.
Yeah, Weevil.
Wee
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Beetle.
Weevil. Yeah,
What
he
was his name?
said-
Bug?
He said, I
Beetle.
drew a monster. Attack. And he just keeps slashing away at Weevil.
I watched the entirety of like the first 3 anime, through everything through 5Ds. I watched everything, and then Zexal came out, and I was like,
I'm good.
"No, I hate this protagonist." And I just didn't watch it.
I'm actually kind of like, I really wanted to watch like Arc V or the other
V-Rains?
one. Is V
V-Rains?
Rains the ones with Playmaker?
Yeah, that Virains is the Link one.
I don't
Yeah.
even know the names of these animes anymore.
Arc V is kind of cool, or Arc 5.
Wasn't
whatever
there
it
one
is.
called Sevens?
Yeah, that's the new one. That one that didn't get
That
a dub
one,
though, if I remember.
Yeah, and then there's Rush.
Not that I don't really care, but like I think they started moving away from general audiences with sevens because that one's like the Rush Duels one.
Yeah,
Dude, when are we getting a new master rule?
bro.
Oh my
I don't
gosh,
know,
that
when are
would
you
be
gonna come
so
up with
cool.
one?
When was the
I've already
last
got one in my mind.
What was
Okay,
the
well,
last
what
one?
is it? Just
I'm gonna
tell-
come up
tell
with it on the
viewers
spot.
So that they know what to
But
expect.
yeah,
I'm gonna come up with we're gonna play a game. I'm gonna come up with a name on the spot, and Andy, you're gonna give it a meaning.
okay.
All right. 2 words. Zone completion. Okay, go.
All right, so with zone completion, what I'm assuming it's going to be is that in order for you to even attempt to go into the battle phase, all of your zones must be filled up. But we're talking just mainly the attack, like the main monster zone. So now we're going to be forming into a meta where we're swarming the field, but you can only attack using your monsters in the main monster zone. But now we're gonna focus on where link monsters are supporting your main monster zones, so it can
Wow,
boost
Sky
your
Striker
attack.
is really dead.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But now and then they can make like Dante. They can make a Dante link.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hold up. So they make a Dante link, right?
Yeah.
That says like
Andy's like coming up with entire new cards.
I mean,
to go
I
along
already
with
said
this.
it, guys.
Andy's
like,
rolling with this.
I say if we're doing like anything like card type related, I always wanted like a monkey archetype. Like I
A monkey
really
archetype.
I want
How did we get to your monkey archetype all of a sudden?
Because he really wanted to talk about. It's his birthday. All right, let him
Yeah,
have it.
let him have this.
It was
Go
his
ahead, Andy.
birthday.
I mean, if you were talking about master rules, I get it, but like a monkey archetype though, like our boss monster
Okay, but hear
is
me out.
a
Monkey.
big gorilla, is a silverback, right? That's kind
Yeah.
of like the same thing as like Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, but instead of like he's at 4K attack, we'll make him like that, and like the way to summon him out is
We'll
to
make
have,
him like that.
Yeah, we'll make him like that.
we have to fill up like saying like we're doing master rule style, so you have to fill up your entire board full of monkeys, right? But now these monkeys gotta have like stuff equipped to them. Like one specific monkey needs to have like
Yo, Andy's
like a
just going
banana
over.
attached.
Andy's like coming up with Planet of the Apes. Like on God.
He like throws equip cards at the opponent.
Yeah, and they're like it's like literally it's like either a banana and it's called like
The
banana
Banana
slip.
Blaster,
Like,
right?
but yeah, dude, it's like now we're thinking like I think of it as like Bubble Man or
It's like Bubble Blaster.
yeah, but it's a
banana
monkey.
blaster.
It's a cannon that shoots out
The
bananas.
banana cannon.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're just making Donkey Kong into Yu-Gi-Oh. How about that?
I like it. I'm for it.
Yeah. Hey, Andy. This is a somewhat related question
What's up?
to what we've been talking to. Did you ever watch Yu-Gi-Oh! GX?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You saw the monkey episode?
Yes. Yeah, the monkey episode was awesome. What is it? Like he was the one who was playing.
Wheeler the monkey?
Yeah, he was the one who was playing. It's crazy. I also like that was like one of my favorite episodes, and the other one being the one where we saw just like the fight between Jaden versus the guy who was pretending to be Yugi. He was playing Yugi's
Oh yeah,
deck.
where he stole his deck.
Yeah.
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 Good times. Good times.
Good times.
Monkey.
Monkey.
All right, yeah. So back to the new master.
Yeah, anyway. Zone completion. Andy wrote it. It's set in stone.
It's
Coming to you
Everyone
summer
has to play a monkey
2023.
deck.
We'll also be. Oh. You know what?
Yeah, we're getting about time because like Link summoning was introduced like 7 years ago now.
A pretty long time. Like how long have I been out of college? Like 2 years now.
Yeah.
Well, because Link summoning got introduced a couple years before, like a year or two before I went to college, right? So
Really?
it's probably yeah. And that would have been like
It's been a minute.
around 7 years ago, 8 years ago maybe.
Bro, I remember when the Soul Burner structure deck came out, the Salamander Great
2017.
one. And I wasn't even into Yu-Gi-Oh at the time. I was in college, but I like somehow heard about it, and it was so crazy at the time that even I went to go buy 3, even though I wasn't playing the game. That was crazy, dude. I was like, I need these one day.
I was like kind of keeping up, but not really at the time. I like my freshman sophomore year of college, I think it was. I was collecting cards again, but like old cards and stuff, and nothing like meta related. And then like my junior year, I think that's when me and my brother got back into the game, and then I started buying decks and stuff. And I don't remember what Soul Burner probably came out that year for me, actually, my junior year. But I wasn't keeping up enough with like new releases and stuff to like go out and buy the structure deck.
Right.
I was just like, I think I told this story. My brother showed me a few meta decks, and I was like, I want to play Sky Striker. So I waited for the 10 reprints, and I bought all of them on Black Friday for like $50.
Easy.
That's crazy.
And I had a full power tier 1 deck for like $50.
That's wild.
That is crazy.
Oh man, links. I thought links, the way you summon them, was just you could just put them in the main monster zone.
Oh.
I didn't even know. Like I think I got mad because I had no idea what the arrows meant.
Bro, you didn't
like, what are these here
understand.
for?
Yeah, you didn't understand the it took you like a week to follow like the recipe on the card. You were like not understanding that like a link 2 counts as 2 link ratings for a link summon.
Exactly.
And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, bro, you're making this way too hard for yourself. You're like, what?
Yeah, when I was younger, I didn't realize that synchros had to equal the level on the card.
I still
just
don't
be
know how
popping
pendulum
stuff down.
summoning works.
Yeah.
I just need to know how to beat them.
I feel like
I-
they change it every week, dude.
After learning about pendulum summoning, like it seems simple, but it's like it's not, because like, hey yo, by
During
the way,
Andy's 1 week of playing Draco Slayer.
yeah, by one, like it was like, yeah, it was a week or two that I was playing Draco Slayer. It was a lot of fun.
I hate playing against Draco Slayer because I feel like it's just a whole lot of nothing.
It really is. I literally just
Like-
ended
Just
on.
summoning crap.
I
Sometimes
summon
it is,
a
and
bunch
sometimes
of
They're
it's
just
crap.
playing
end
Yu-Gi.
board and
They're
you're like,
literally
this is
just
crazy.
playing Yu-Gi-Oh for the sake of playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
I play.
There's like no real motive behind it. It feels like
I play it all just to be
just
dark
summoning
rulered.
cards.
I get dark ruled and I'm sad.
I feel like everything just breaks that board, bro.
Nib.
No,
Mid
because
combo.
they end on Secret Village of the Spellcasters.
They're in the
Man,
jungle.
I drew a monster. Let's go.
You could search for a field spell. Like, that was,
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
the cool thing.
what's the usual end board? It's like Secret Village plus Appaloosa for like 3 plus
Hope
like
Harbinger.
a Savage Dragon plus one other interruption usually.
It's Hope.
Feels
plus
like
Hope Harbinger.
one
Or-
Ash just
Alright,
does it to him.
now also they play like the Odd Eyes Pendulum fusion monster that says like it's an Omni Negate.
Yeah. Vortex.
Yeah, which is like,
yeah, some
it's-
Draco
okay.
Slayer is weird because sometimes you just hit beyond the pendulum and then they have to pass their turn.
Yep.
And then sometimes they play through 4 interruptions and still end their full board, and you're like, I don't.
they activate
really
beyond
get
the
it.
pendulum because it's cost to take 1200, and then that's
I
time
think
in the
it's
round.
No, it's 1200 for effect.
Timing around.
It really.
Beyond the pendulum, I'm pretty sure it's effect because it summons and then you take 500.
Oh, it's still dumb, bro. I just.
Andy losing games because he took 1200 for cost when he didn't need to.
It's okay. I normal summon Torn
No,
Scales
it
once.
is 1200.
I
for
normal
cost,
summon
lied.
Torn Scales once. Spec out Seer, make Break Sword.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we know all about it.
Oh, we
And
know.
Mater was like, you cheated.
Andy, you also you used Ray Effect when you had no EMZ spot.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I just wanted to know, are you allowed to do that? I'm like, no, you cannot do that one.
Well, I cheated.
You cheated.
You cheated.
I mean, you were learning the deck though, so
I
it's
still
like,
learn.
No excuses. No excuses. No excuses.
excuses.
You gotta
Yeah,
be the
Andy's
best all
banned
the
You're
now.
time.
going to jail.
I'm
No
banning him.
Johns.
Reported.
No Johns.
No Johns.
No
Money Johnson.
chance.
Money Johnson style.
No grass.
Well, boys, I think we might as well wrap it up there. I feel like we
Yeah.
kind of, we touched
A
on
good hour out
3v3.
of that.
Yeah.
we're in a weird in between part of Yu-Gi-Oh right now.
We are.
where
It's
we know
it's
the new format's like right on the horizon, so it's like
it's like being held
until
over
we
our
get some
heads.
actual testing in with the new format, it's hard for us to like really dive into what our plans are and
Yeah.
and how we want to test and all that stuff. I
Yep.
still I have two decks. Like I said, I have two decks I want to play next format. I don't know. I'll have to do some actual testing and then we'll figure that out.
Yes, sir.
But
Yeah.
Just all
Well,
about
guys.
that testing.
Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the little Taco Bell, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Later.
Taco Bell.